Most people who get $1,000 do one of three things. They spend it. They let it sit in a checking account doing nothing. Or they freeze up trying to figure out the perfect move and never do anything at all. I've been thinking about this exact question, and I want to give you a real answer. Not a generic list, not, "It depends." Here's exactly what I would do with $1,000 today, in this order, and why each decision matters more than the one after it. Here's the thing. $1,000 feels like a lot until you realize the average American is one unexpected car repair away from going into debt. Before a single dollar goes into any investment, it needs to do one job first. Protect you from the moment that turns $1,000 into negative $2,000 on a credit card. Most people skip this step and go straight to picking stocks. That's why most people stay stuck. The first $400 goes straight into a high-yield savings account, not a regular savings account paying you almost nothing. A high-yield account at an online bank currently pays around $20 to $25 on every $1,000 per year just for leaving it there. That $400 is the start of your emergency buffer. It won't cover everything, but it covers a flat tire, a doctor's copay, a broken phone. It means the next small emergency doesn't go on a credit card at $200 in annual interest. Think of it this way, that $400 is not an investment. It's insurance. And insurance that pays you $8 to $10 a year just for existing is better than nothing sitting in a checking account. The next $500 goes into a Roth IRA invested in a single index ETF, something that tracks the S&P 500. Open the account, search for VOO or VTI, buy as many shares as $500 gets you, and turn on dividend reinvestment. That's the entire setup. $500 invested at 25 and left alone becomes roughly $10,800 by age 65 at historical average returns. The same $500 invested at 35 becomes about $5,400. Same money. 10 years earlier is worth double. And this is where it gets interesting. Most people think $500 is not enough to start investing, but the S&P 500 doesn't care how much you put in. It compounds your $500 the same way it compounds $1 million. The only variable you actually control is when you start, and every month you wait costs you real money on the back end. The last $100 goes into one book or one course on personal finance. Not because information alone changes anything, but because the investor who understands what they own holds through the bad years instead of selling at the bottom. The biggest losses in investing don't come from bad picks. They come from panic. $100 spent on understanding your money is the highest return investment on this list. Here's exactly what to do right now. Open a new browser tab. Search for a high-yield savings account. Pick any reputable online bank. Open the account. It takes about 10 minutes. Transfer $400. Then open a second tab and search for Roth IRA. Open one, deposit $500, buy VOO or VTI, turn on dividend reinvestment. Write the last $100 into your budget for one resource that teaches you how money actually works. 3 tabs, 3 transfers. The whole thing takes under an hour. And the version of you in 30 years will have a very different financial situation than the version who waited for a better moment. If this helped you think more clearly about your money, hit subscribe. Every week I break down one money decision in plain English, no noise, no hype. And if you want to go deeper on exactly how to pick the right ETF for that Roth IRA, VOO versus VTI versus SCHD, that video is next. I'll see you there.